Why does a company think they can just delete a member from NewJeans and we won't notice? Is ZEROBASEONE's limited album actually a safety net because their company was scared they would flop? And why are I-DLE members suddenly begging to change their group name? Are they losing their identity? Welcome back to Kpop Buzz. Today, we are not just looking at the charts, we are looking at the survival strategies in the most brutal industry on Earth. From make or break movie roles to the confusing branding that might be killing (G)idol's hype. Let's get into it. Let's go back to the NewJeans digital erasure. We talked about Danielle being removed from Spotify and phoning. But why does HYBE think this is a good idea? Here is the dark truth about K-pop contracts. To us, the fans, the idols are the main characters. To the company, the IP intellectual property is the main character. The idols are just cast members. Think about Disney. Mickey Mouse is the brand, the guy inside the suit. He's replaceable. HYBE's betting on the fact that the brand NewJeans is bigger than the girls themselves. They are calculating. If we remove one member, will the casual listeners still stream Hype Boy? Unfortunately, the data usually says yes. This is a power play. They are showing the girls, we own the name, we own the concept, we own the platform. You are just renting space. It's cruel, but in the corporate world, it's just asset management. But as fans, are we going to let them treat humans like assets? Now, about ZEROBASEONE ZV1 and the sold-out drama. Why would a company limit the stock of a million-seller group? That's literally throwing money away, right? Unless they were scared. Let's analyze the strategy. If you print 1 million albums and only sell 200,000, the headlines will scream, ZB1 flopped. Unsold inventory piling up. It looks bad for investors. But if you only print 70,000 and sell all 70,000, the headline becomes ZB1 instantly sold out. High demand. See the difference. This limited edition wasn't just a gift to fans. It was insurance. It's a safety net. The company might have sensed that the hype was cooling down, or the fandom was exhausted. So they artificially lowered the supply to guarantee a sold-out banner. It's smart marketing, but it proves that even the biggest fifth-gen groups are terrified of the flop allegations. Okay, this topic is spicy. Let's talk about (G)idol and their confusing name war. On a recent episode of Jafriends, Minnie and Mian spilled some real tea. They admitted they hate the G, Yoja, part of their name. The backstory. Soyeon originally wanted to name the group just idol, children, individuals. But because idol is a generic word in Korea, they couldn't trademark it. So Cube forced them to add G for girls. Now, years later, they want to drop the G. But here is the problem. It's confusing everyone. Fans are asking, are they G-idol? Are they just idol? Why does the logo change? The downhill theory. Let's be honest in the comments. Does it feel like G-idol is losing a bit of steam? After the massive highs of tomboy and nude, the recent eras feel different. Some people say the girl boss concept is getting repetitive. Others say the confusing branding makes casual fans lose interest. When you mess with your brand identity 6 years into your career, you risk alienating the public. Is this name change a fresh start? Or is it a sign that they are desperate to fix something that isn't working anymore? Finally, let's look at the acting debuts, because the contrast here is heartbreakingly real. We have Lisa landing the lead role in an upcoming Netflix romantic comedy. And we have Nancy. Momoland's leading a niche film in Nigeria. Let's not sugarcoat it. For Lisa, this acting gig is a side quest. She is already a queen. If the show flops, she goes back to being a billionaire pop star. She is playing the game on creative mode. For Nancy, this is survival mode, since Momoland disbanded. When was the last time you heard Nancy's name? Be honest. The industry chewed her up and spit her out after Boom Boom Boom. She has been essentially invisible to the general public. This movie isn't just a fun project. It is make or break. If this film succeeds, she reinvents herself as an international actress. If it fails, she might fade away completely. This is the cruelty of K-pop. For the top 1%, the world is a playground. For the other 99%, every move is a fight to stay relevant before the next generation replaces you. So, looking at Nancy, looking at NewJeans, and looking at G-idol, it's clear that talent isn't enough. You need branding, you need timing, and you need a company that doesn't treat you like a disposable item. I want to hear your hot takes. Do you think G-idol is past their peak? Does the name change bother you, or do you not care? ZB1 strategy. Was it smart scarcity marketing or a cowardly move to hide low sales? Let's fight in the comments respectfully. And if you want to understand the dark psychology of K-pop marketing, hit subscribe on Kpop Buzz. We see through the lies. Bye for now.